Live images from the Target Center in downtown Minneapolis, where anti-ICE protesters are gathered after marching through the brutal cold. Hundreds of businesses across the state are closed today in a show of solidarity.
And dozens of faith leaders were arrested at the airport today. You can see some of them here let off in zip ties and loaded onto a school bus. They're urging airlines to join the call to end the immigration crackdown.
Despite the cold, protests got a little heated at the Whipple Federal Building. The sheriff's office used pepper spray after protesters threw snowballs at squad cars, breaking windows. Some were let off in handcuffs.
Also today, federal agents defending their decision to detain this little boy. They say his father took off running and agents took care of him.
I will say unequivocally that we are experts in dealing with children. Let me say that again, experts in dealing with children.
March and rally through downtown Minneapolis, protesting ICE arrests in Minnesota. Our Frankie McLister joins us now from the Target Center.
Frankie, certainly a cold day to march outside. That shows some commitment there. What are you hearing from demonstrators today?
Yeah, guys, and that definitely didn't stop folks from coming out here. We are inside of the Target Center right now, where on my press badge it says the name of the event, and that is ICE Out of Minnesota, and what they say, a day of truth and freedom. We'll toss to some video right now because there was a march that led up to this entire gathering right here inside of the Target Center. This is the scene of what we saw earlier, folks gathering on what they are saying is a general strike today. As we know, many businesses are closed, or they say their reasons why they're open today. Minneapolis schools being closed today too, but they do have a teacher work day. So that brought a lot of folks out. The march started near the Commons, which is right smack dab near US Bank Stadium. It proceeded on 3rd Street, up Hennepin, and then it landed right here at the Target Center. Now, I spoke with a teacher amongst all of those protesters who said what she's most concerned about.
The safety of my students and their families, their inability to work and make money, getting groceries, paying their rent, and frankly, the violent tactics that are harming our community.
So that's just one of many we spoke to. I want to clarify, there were also folks at today's gathering in downtown. I haven't seen any inside of here, but that were for and praising the federal organization. Let's go ahead and walk over here. Our photojournalist Dave is going to kind of just show you what we are being told. The organization that organized today's event is called Minnesota 5051, and they are known to organize like a lot of the protests we've seen all throughout Operation Metro Surge. What they said on their social media is the arena here, Target Center, home of the Timberwolves, holds 19,000, but they were expecting 50,000 at today's march. You can see the arena is filling up. I'll actually step out so Dave can kind of maybe show you a better perspective. But there's a stage right here in the middle. The event now was ticketed, so there were definitely a lot of folks, and if I didn't mention, it's sold out. There were definitely a lot of folks that were at the march that could not get in, that didn't get those proactive tickets. But we'll see when it begins. We're unsure of who's going to speak. I did see the Lieutenant Governor here, Peggy Flanagan, and we'll see how long it goes. Guys?
All right. Thank you, Frankie. All new, only WCCO cameras were there as 2 of the protesters arrested for interrupting a Sunday service were released. We asked, was it worth it?
Of course it was worth it. Anytime that we have a chance to stand up for the people of Minnesota, vulnerable communities, Renee Good, I was thinking about my 8-year-old daughter and wanting to get home to her. Renee Good's children will never see her again.
The White House touted the arrest of activists Nikema Levy-Armstrong and Chantel Allen yesterday. They're among the protesters who stormed this St. Paul church. A pastor there also works for ICE. See the new footage of the moments agents arrested Levy-Armstrong in downtown Minneapolis coming up, all new at 5. We are also learning more about a facility where a Columbia Heights boy and his father are being held following an ICE arrest. Jeff Wagner is in the newsroom with the latest. Jeff?
Yeah, Amelia, ICE officials say Liam Ramos and his father are at a family detention center in Texas. They say it's their least restrictive holding facility. And here's a look at some video we obtained showing that detention center. It has space for learning, activities, and dining. Everyone, regardless of age, wears a badge that tracks everything from their meals to their medications. Liam's father, Adrian Alexander Conejo Arias, was arrested in their driveway after picking up Liam from school. ICE officials spoke about the arrest today. They say Liam's dad abandoned him in the car, and they tried to reunite Liam with his family in the house. Columbia Heights school officials claim ICE was using Liam as bait to get inside the home.
My officers did everything they could to reunite him with his family. Tragically, when we approached the door of his residence, the people inside refused to take him in and open the door.
ICE says Conejo Arias requested his son join him. When asked if Conejo Arias had a criminal record, ICE only said he was in the country illegally. But their lawyer says the family has an active asylum case. Tonight at 5 and 6, we dive deeper into what types of protections, if at all, asylum seekers have from deportation. Aaron?
Okay, Jeff, thank you. An internal memo within ICE is raising constitutional questions. It authorizes agents to enter homes without judicial warrants. And that's what the lawyer for a Liberian man said ICE did when they broke down his door last week. During a visit in Minneapolis yesterday, President J.D. Vance reiterated the memo's position that administrative warrants, not ones ordered by a judge, are enough. Legal experts say the policy goes against the Fourth Amendment.
An administrative warrant does not give the ICE or any government official the ability to enter anybody's homes. It has to be a warrant signed by an independent federal judge, and the government must establish that there is probable cause that a crime has been committed, or that a particular person who's been suspected of a crime is located in, let's say, a house, or that they want some particular records or material.
Schultz and other experts say administrative warrants allow for the arrest of people, but an arrest is not the same thing under the law as entering someone's residence.